me to talk about this, why I have this on my mind, okay? And this is just for the record. And my adopted sister, Rachel, if you see this, you are the witness, okay? Unless your ass don't fucking remember. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my adoptive mother, Miriam. That's what we gonna call her ass because that's her motherfucking name. But anyways, she had a lot of issues from her childhood, and it reflected as her parenthood towards me and my sister that I grew up with, right? So when I was younger, her father didn't fuck with her. He was a preacher. And what I heard was like she was a child of like adultery or something like that. He was a married preacher and he didn't fuck with her, right? He didn't fuck with the adoptive mother, right? So he fucked with me and my sister though, but he never would claim her or anything. He would never claim my mother or anything, right? So when he died, I fucking remember, and Rachel, I know you still watch my motherfucking videos. I ain't gonna call you sis because we not sisters, but I know you still watch my motherfucking videos, okay? So when he died, he owned a corner store too. He had bank. He owned a corner store too, right? And he also owned a airplane. It was some land associated with it, okay? It was some land there too, right? When I remember overhearing the conversation, and my sister heard it too, but we was too motherfucking young. They say he left all that shit to us, and we have never got it. I just wanted to say that I had a fresh memory just right now. Like Spirit was like, go live and just put this on record because you remember. Don't you remember this conversation? I remember it. And my mother was mad because he never fucked with her. He never fucked with her. She was birthed out of an adulterous relationship from a preacher. And that's why I feel like she takes a liking to the preacher warlock that I was married to. Because her father was a preacher. And he didn't love her because he was married already and my grandma was doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Lorraine name came out the oracle. So I told y'all I was taking that as a personal message for me so I can get the epiphanies and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I remember that, and I just want to put this on the record live for YouTube and for whoever may be watching this video that is investigating this situation, because I remember, and I know Rachel remembers too, unless they put some type of heavy magic on your ass. You remember her? He had a corner store, and it was in St. Louis, and he owned it. And the lady that worked there was only one worker that worked there. Her name was Tony. I was like fucking 5. Okay. Her name was Tony, and when this man died, I remember my mom crying and being hysterical, and like her energy shifted towards me, and it was because he left some shit to me and my sister. That's what I heard. Okay, so we talk about spiritual inheritance and shit like that, and I know what he earns, and I remember the conversation going like they're too young. They don't have nothing to do with an airplane. Like they can't do shit with a plane, you know, because we was both young. We were very young. But I know you remember that shit, Rachel. And I don't know why Spirit want me to say that, but you need to do whatever the fuck you need to do. Or whatever, because they might be trying to take something from you too. I don't know. But I know for sure I was inherited something from him. And I never received it. I never got it. And I did forget about it for a long time because the struggle around me, like that's what they do with the black magic. The struggle around you, when they causing this chaos around you, you trying to just pay your bills, you trying to survive, you trying to make sure your kids straight, you trying to make sure everything don't fall apart. So that will distort your memory a little bit because you're focused on current events. You're not focused on what happened back then. You're just trying to fucking make it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this video for the end right here, because that's pretty much all I have to say. I remember that. And I remember a whole bunch of other shit about the situation. So, just documentation. I say gang, gang, I'm out this bitch.